Blog Talk Radio.
On tonight's BFP Team Radio's the special Ghost Hunt edition at the Boulder Dam Hotel. The time right now is 9:30 p.m. and we're just getting everything set up and getting our investigation started here. And sorry about the rescheduling here, guys. We had a little issue there with Blog Talk. We're going to start off the show tonight with Nick reading the Bible passage.
All right, I'm going to be reading this short passage for our protection. Know that Jesus is our guardian. It is written, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. And when you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. Isaiah 43:2.
Hello, everyone. Tonight's issue of our radio show is going to be pretty interesting tonight. We're sitting here in the front room of our suite. And yeah, today, we're not sure if we're going to be able to take callers or anything, but we're going to try. We don't have a switchboard like we normally would. So, yeah, today's pretty interesting. We're in the infamous Boulder Dam Hotel. What do you think so far, Nick?
Tonight, it's been quiet, activity-wise, but earlier when we were setting up the cameras, we had several orbs appear on the screen, so, I just feel tonight it's going to be a real good investigation, and it's going to be real good. What do you got to say, Brent?
Yeah, probably we got the same room as we caught some of the recent evidence, so I hope we actually catch an apparition or shadow person or something interesting. I just hope tonight's going to be a good night.
Yeah, later tonight we're going to be wandering the streets of Boulder City also in search for some of the other haunted locations. Yeah, we're going to be awake for about another 7 hours doing all this. Isn't that right, Jer?
Yep. And for tonight, I know that we've talked a little bit about Boulder Dam a lot, but right now I'd like to say a little bit of history on the Boulder Dam Hotel. The hotel was actually finished in 1933, and the Boulder Dam Hotel is home to about 10 ghosts. The room that we're in right now specifically, it's had a suicide with an original owner with a shotgun, and along with that, there has been mafia activity in the room. Some of the other ghosts in here, some of the most famous ones, there is one of the original hotel desk clerks who lived his life for the hotel. There's some of the old dam workers live here. There's a couple of famous celebrities, along with people that died from diseases and earthquakes. The hotel's put on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982. I don't know, what do you think about the investigation tonight, Brent? You excited?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited.
We all are. Three really is.
Right now we've just begun the preliminary stages of the investigation, so nothing has happened yet. It's only 9:35. It's quite early in the evening for activity to take place. Usually most activity occurs between the hours of 12 and 4 a.m., so we won't be able to see anything probably until then, but hopefully we can get something sooner.
We have had activity tonight. I'm going to have Nick, Brent, and Tim talk a little bit about the activity that's occurred here tonight.
Let's see. Well, like Brent was saying, we're setting up the equipment. Already see some couple orbs. Obviously, it's not dust, but yeah. And then the clock rate is actually having a weird problem. It's changed time several times, and no one touched it. And it's in like the program mode. We don't even bother touching it because we don't know how it works. It just keeps blinking and blinking. And Brent touched something to make it stop and go in there. It's not blinking anymore, but I keep hearing noises from in there. So yeah, and that happens to be the room where the man committed suicide.
Earlier, before we exited the room the first time, we turned off all the lights in the room, and when we got back, one of the lights was on. And the door was locked. No maids or anything had come in here. I mean, there's no really logical explanation to why that would happen. So we're assuming it was spiritual activity. And Jeremy's going to explain about a couple investigations that we've conducted here in the past. So here I'll let him explain that.
Right now, this is our 4th time coming back to Boulder Dam Hotel. We've stayed in about 5 different rooms here, and this is probably our favorite place to go here. This is our 2nd time in this room, but some of the other rooms that we've stayed in, the Howard Hughes room, which is across the hall, we actually haven't gotten a whole lot of EVPs and things in there. We've only gotten 1 EVP, but the bathtub did turn itself on for a couple seconds, or I thought I heard it turn on. When me and Brent went to go investigate, there was nothing in the tub. Another one of the rooms that we've had, one of the first nights we've ever stayed here, we got the best EVP that we've ever caught in our whole team's career. It's a ghost that says Brandon. We have actually, I'm not sure how you'd say this, but there's some really big hotspots here that aren't really well known. Because a lot of the information that we found out on this building, we found out through inside sources. The hotel was actually on a haunted history show before on the History Channel. Is there anything you'd like to add to that, Brent? Any experiences or anything from past investigations or comments?
Yeah, I remember pretty much the same room we caught the EVP saying Brandon. That I remember there was a really big hotspot with our EMF meter in the corner by the closet, and I don't know, but the EMF meter just started going off the scale, and then
10.
What?
10 millivolts.
Yeah, 10 millivolts. There you go. And then we checked back there about 10 minutes later, and there was nothing there. So that was really interesting. And do you have anything to add to that, Tim?
Well, I don't know. It's just the hotel itself is haunted as a whole. The closet in the Brandon room we're talking about was obviously one of the biggest hotspots we've ever had. This room, the back room where the man committed suicide, has a heavy feeling to it. We've seen things, and we've seen the room glow before, and in the hallway right outside our door, we've seen a man peek around the corner before.
Supposed to be some ghosts and some alcoholics in the hallway.
Yeah, tonight's gonna be a pretty good show though. Sorry if it's a little kind of boring. It's more of a commentary show tonight, but we're trying to get everything situated, and we're even thinking of having a secondary show during the investigation at like midnight. So it should be pretty good. Yeah, right now we're kind of laying around. We're watching Behind Enemy Lines and all these random movies and stuff, and got the camera situated, and we got Becky's shirt earlier, so she should be happy.
Right now we are starting up some of our equipment here, getting it ready to see if it's all right. And right now, the base reading room is a 1.0. Brent's going to do some of the initial readings with the thermometer. And we'd like to have Brent do some of the base readings with the thermometer. Just gonna tell you guys a little bit.
Average temperature is about 68 degrees right now.
I think all the equipment's in working order. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it definitely is. Again, we apologize if it's kind of boring, but Jeremy can't go out of control with his sound effects as normal, so we're just going to be doing a lot of commentary tonight. But yeah, all of our equipment is in proper working order, and we're getting prepared to conduct the investigation full-fledged.
Yeah, right now I'm actually pressing record on our monitor. Everything is all almost nearly online and everything. We have our camcorder set up, EVPs, CP recorders, film recorders, time-lapse recorders. We're just doing a battery check now. All right, we're going to be actually begin our investigation in actually any minute now, so we're going to have everything all set. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yes. Right now we have the cameras on. We have several of our equipment, such as the such as the EMF meter, pardon that. We have several cameras besides the camera system we do use in use. We have some flash photography cameras, some video cameras, and we're just going all out tonight, and hopefully we can get some good evidence.
Right now, Brent is doing some initial readings with the thermometer right now. Sorry if tonight's show is going a little slow again, guys. Just going to have the soundboard up tonight. But yeah, we're going to we're supposed to be beginning our investigation any minute.
Okay, let's see. We're going to go fully lights out. Yep. All right, lights are out. Lights turned off. We're going to the back room where the man committed suicide. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Actual room temperature is about 64 to 67 degrees. We have our tripod with, well, let's see. Look like one of our IR camera just flickered for a minute. That was weird. Yeah.
Kind of intense in here right now.
So Nick's sitting on the chair where the man committed suicide. He's going to ask a few EVPs.
All right. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to judge you or condemn you or banish you or anything. I'm your friend. And all I want to do is ask a few questions. First off, what is your name? Why are you here? Did you kill yourself years ago? Please respond to these questions by maybe giving us some type of audible sign.
Hello? Is somebody here? Right now, me and Brent are thinking that we're seeing a possible electronic activity at the room. There's a white spot on the wall.
Okay, now I have the phone and we're walking into the front room where the electrical phenomenon was taking place. Still appears to be about 64 degrees in the room. Were any of you in the Air Force? Taking pictures of Brent right now. Okay, we're snapping a few photos. Okay, we actually think we experienced something. What happened, Nick?
What happened while they were in the...
Okay, me and King Sasquatch were standing here in the room about to just exit and go catch up with Tim and Brent. But while we were about to exit the room, a strong vibration sound came from the window area. It sounded kind of like starting up a lawnmower. It went really quick. And I looked, I'm walking over to the area where this occurred, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm trying to see if there's any explanation to explain this away, but apparently there isn't. All right, we're going to try to recreate the activity we experienced. Oh, and Brent is looking in the other window, and it doesn't sound remotely like what we just heard. This activity is occurring in the room in which the man committed suicide via shotgun, and this is pretty intense already. It's only 8:30, and we're experiencing... Oh, 9:30. Correction. I'm looking at the alarm clock. That's been weird. We haven't touched it, but it's only 9:30, and we're experiencing some dramatic activity. This is very rare. So at this point in the investigation, I feel as the night goes on, the activity will escalate higher and higher. Because at first we had orbs and a light turn on by itself earlier in the night. And now there was a strong vibration from the room in which the man committed suicide. And it's very early on in the investigation, so this could mean a variety of things. He probably doesn't want us here. I mean, we've taunted him a little bit, and we've asked him to show himself and to give us a sign. And after I asked, give us a sign, that happened. So, only time to tell what will happen. But I think it's going to be pretty intense tonight. Yeah, I'll let King Gray further elaborate.
Yeah, so far, Brendan and I haven't really experienced anything to the extent. Yeah, we've only had a few. Why is the fan? Either Brendan turned on the thing real quick, or the fan just moved on its own. That's really random.
That was my bad.
I was like, what the heck? I just looked above me and I seen the ceiling fan spin. But yeah, right now, very early in the investigation. We made a vow to stay awake till at least about 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We're going to be here for quite a while, and in like 10 minutes so far we've experienced this.
Move a little clockwise.
How about this way? Rearrange just the camera real quick. Just
down.
There's some outside noise. We believe maybe cars or something.
Nick,
we're not close sure.
Looks all right, Nick?
So yeah, no. We're going to go let Archangel elaborate on the ghost hunt so far.
What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, right now we're just messing with the cameras in the back room right now. You know, trying to get everything all situated. Preparing all of our tapes and all that, and Jeremy and Nick are in the back room doing some EVPs and stuff. And me and Tim are taking pictures in the front room right now, next to the bathroom and stuff. Can't really look at the infrared cameras right now because yeah, the lights are out. So you know, gotta let that record. Probably review that evidence sometime later on in the week. And what do you think, Jeremy?
I think we need to go over evidence as soon as we can. We're usually pretty good about going over our evidence. I know last time we caught a couple EVPs. I know my personal favorite one is probably either Brandon, or there's a ghost that actually told Brent to look out and watch his back. I'm pretty sure that was here, but I'm not 100%. So, is it true, Nick, that you've been studying Bible verses and things like that?
Yes.
To prepare yourself?
Yes, I've been reading the Bible, just different passages that mostly pertain to protection and guardianship that Christ gives everyone. I find it essential, since we are dealing with spiritual entities, that we have to spiritually prepare ourselves to deal with any threat that may occur during an investigation. Because by asking certain questions or doing certain actions, we can open up a gateway to the other side, and the spirit that we do not want to be here could come here. So that's an important aspect to deal with. And right now we're doing EVPs, and yeah, we might be getting some pretty good things. Again, I'm going into the back room where the man committed suicide. I'm just looking and listening for any sort of activity that might occur. There is a disturbing silence hanging in the air. Just kind of makes you uneasy. I mean, there's no perfect way to describe this, because to truly experience this, you'd have to be in person. And I can't explain the presence I'm feeling in this back room right now with what has occurred here. There's a very strong energy signature, or an energy presence of a spirit. Now I can just feel it here. So right now, Jeremy is messing around with a camera, seeing if he can get some pictures of some activity. But right now I'm exiting the bedroom and going out into the main room. This room feels not as strong. I don't feel his presence as strong as I did in the other room. But again, anywhere in here is fair game for activity to occur. And I just keep pacing back and forth between the bedroom and the front room of the hotel room. Right now, I have just heard that there are some orbs circling me on the IR camera. I don't know. Maybe it's found some. I'm going to proceed and go to ask the spirit some questions to see if anything else occurs. Why are you following? And do you trust me more than everybody else, or are you drawn to me for some other reason? Yeah. Yeah, we're hearing a number of unexplainable noises that could, again, be in fact spiritual activity, or it could be a rational explanation, but a lot of the things we've heard tonight are a lot different than everyday noises you might hear. I think I'll let King Ray further elaborate on something he thinks that's important.
Well, so far, a second ago I heard I heard a weird grinding noise on the floor, but yeah, trust me, like I said, we do this a lot, and we don't have to, we never, ever hear as many as we're hearing right now, all in one sitting during a ghost hunt. We're being really quiet, and the other two are doing EVPs right now. Brent just momentarily ago said he's seen orbs around Nick, which was kind of random and weird. But now, everything should be catching up pretty good, and Brent's taking more still photography. But yeah, this hunt is pretty good so far.
Well,
right now, I'm actually feeling the haunted feeling pretty bad right now. You know what I mean? Like that feeling that you're generally being watched. You feel it really bad where we're at right now. What's really weird was not like the last time we were here, Nick was actually telling the ghost that the show itself, and whatever it was, actually made the room glow blue. We're getting high activity right now. And Nick is going to finish the show with a prayer.
All right. For God. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The Book of Psalms 91:1.
And thank you for listening to tonight's BFP Team Radio Show. Tonight's show is the first Ghost Hunting special that we've had. And we'll be back later tonight, most likely. And I would like to thank you for listening for tonight. And I'll let the other team members say their goodbyes.
Laters.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good night, everyone. Check in later.